or wax stripper. So in my research at the Anti-Aging Convention of all the shampoos and conditioners, the active ingredients came from the automobile industry, where they used it to take the grease off their hands in this condition. Is that really what you want to take off your hair with? Well, you didn't want that greasy hair look, so you're going to put a degreaser in your hair. And it's going to strip off one layer of electrons every time you do it.
Name some ingredients that are degreasers.
You'll see sodium lauryl sulfate. You'll see a lot of ingredients that you caught me off guard that I can't say because the chemical names are this long. If it's more than 5 syllables, it's probably the degreaser, and I can't just spit it out because it's a long, nasty name. And they are chemicals with hexane or hexene or benzene kind of suffixes at the end. And why is that? Because benzene is what gasoline comes from. And gasoline is a degreaser too. And so what you're getting is a refined form of gasoline to put on your hair. And did you ever wonder why hair is flammable? I'm not joking, am I? Everyone's going, yeah. Okay, so that's a good idea. Inferior products have toxic chemicals that will strip grease and wax and will certainly strip your hair and scalp because they are potent free radicals stripping healthy tissue of their electrons. You can't see this very well, but when you strip the hair and scalp of its electrons, that's a psoriasis or eczema looking scalp, and that's where dandruff comes from. Too dry, too toxic, the skin responds with an immune response, the thickening of the scalp occurs, and flaking follows. Dandruff is damaged scalp most of the time from poor shampoo. Hair is susceptible to damage from toxic shampoos. I hope you can see this. That's what a healthy hair shaft looks like in a microscope. This is what it looks like after damage. Can you see the difference? Can you see why flaking can occur on the hair as well as the scalp? These are microscopic pictures of such. Here's the anatomy of the hair. You can't see it as well as I can describe it. Imagine 100 hair fibers wrapped by something that holds it tight together, a protein core, and that's what a hair is made of. So it has all these little teeny fibers inside of one column held together, and that's why you can get split ends that can be so split and fibrous, because the whole center of the hair is about 100 microfibers with a wrapped coating around them. Now, if you dry it out too much and strip the outer coating, what happens to all those individual fibers?
Break up.
They fray out just like a rope would do so. Here's a microscopic picture of such. Damaged hair looks like this. The microfibers have been unwrapped, and they're starting to fillet out. But I also found proof that with the right kind of antioxidants, hair can actually repair itself. Interested?
Yes.
Antioxidants can enter the cells to help them heal themselves. Did you know that the cosmetic industry is almost unregulated, completely unregulated? In my research, I found that because you don't eat the chemicals used in shampoos, you are so clairvoyant, my friend. Because you don't eat the chemicals used in shampoos, the FDA doesn't regulate them. I know, I'm letting you write. FDA has charge over shampoos, but nobody's eating shampoos, so they're like, yeah, whatever, use whatever you want. Now, with that in mind, the different types of chemicals that are used in shampoos are unregulated. That's the point I'm trying to make. Yet your body absorbs more toxins through your scalp than any other surface of your body. 2 points here. FDA is not regulating what you put on your head in the form of shampoo, but your scalp has 100,000 hair follicles, and it absorbs those toxins better than any other place on your body. Here's why. almost half of all the blood pumped through your body goes to your head first. So you've got this massive amount of blood flow going to your head, where it is a 32nd of an inch away from the shampoo you're putting on it. Does any of it absorb through all those little teeny pores?
Yes.
Absolutely does. So with all this blood flow to the top of your head, if it absorbs into through your scalp, through the pores, through the sweat glands, through the hair follicles, into this blood flow, there's no filter. It goes directly into the blood flow, goes right to your brain. There's no filter for it if it's absorbed through the scalp. So the poisons that you eat at least get detoxified by your liver and all the other detoxification organs, not what you put through your head. Interesting. Here is how much blood flow you have going to your head. Those are all arteries. That's a lot of blood flow going to your head. There are more blood vessels in the head than anywhere else in the body now. And we're going to continue to pour unregulated poison on our head. Your scalp has over, that should be a different number, sweat glands. Yeah, 1,100 sweat glands, and they're attached to 100,000 hair follicles that absorb toxins from your shampoo. You've seen athletes, you've seen them sweat like absolutely pouring. Every one of those pores can absorb toxins as well as produce sweat. Toxic shampoo chemicals can easily be absorbed through the hair follicles and sweat glands. Easily. And the reason why is because they're toxins, alcohols. They're like gasoline. They can get through. The toxic free radicals, like peroxides, are transported into the blood without being filtered or detoxified, like I said earlier. This means that what you absorb through your scalp is more toxic than what you eat. Wow, that's an interesting idea. How many agree with that? Does this make scientific sense without spinning off into the calculus level of intelligence?
Yes.
Totally
It's simple.
makes sense, really.
Love it.
When you shower with warm water, your hair follicles, sweat glands, and lymph nodes dilate and become more porous to absorbing the toxins. Oh, let's see. We now know where all of our toxins can come right into our body and not be filtered. Let's warm our head up in a shower before we put the poisons on so they're absorbed more quickly. Oh, and then we cool it off so they close and keep them in there. Free radicals in shampoo can be neutralized by antioxidants. It is just as important to have antioxidants in the bottle of the shampoo and conditioner to detoxify these peroxides before they hit your hair as it is to put on your scalp. So when people say, why do you have chocolate, cocoa, antioxidants in your shampoo? It's for you and to pre-treat the mild cleansing agents that we have in our product. It is possible that what you absorb through your scalp is detrimental to your overall health. Who would agree with that? How many people think the world knows that?
No.
Nobody, do they?
No.
So, you want to neutralize as many free radicals as possible in the shampoo bottle as on your scalp. We're starting to be the #1 product showing up here, aren't we?
Yeah.
Science has measured toxins in shampoo that cause hormone changes. Yeah, did I say hormone changes? Man, you can look away, right? No, you can't, because the #1 change is in testosterone. What causes baldness, in male pattern baldness? The accumulation of dihydrotestosterone, killing the hair follicle. Hormone changes, changing your scalp, causes baldness. And what does shampoo do? It changes testosterone levels, causing potentials in baldness. Estrogen is what women respond to with an increase or decrease in estrogen, causing, you ready for this? Weight gain, moodiness, and lack of stamina. In other words, chronic fatigue. Are you telling me, Dr. Pedersen, that you may be in a continuous weight gain cycle because of the toxins from your shampoo increasing the estrogen levels, telling your body you think you might be pregnant, so you produce more weight-gaining hormones.
Wow.
Wow, that's a pretty big stretch. Yeah, right, there's papers on it. Yes, ma'am.
I have a question. Okay, so you're saying that the toxins are making our scalps produce more estrogens if we're a woman.
Yes.
More testosterone if you're a man.
Correct.
Okay.
And regardless of hormones, if I poured gas on your hand would respond by becoming very dry, stripped of all its oils, and get itchy, scratchy, irritated, and an immune response.
Correct.
That's what these benzenes are that you get from the cheap, inefficient shampoos that are out there.
You get it now, buddy?
Now is the time to change your shampoo. Jeremy, I salute you for all the work you've done on Change Your Chocolate. Is it okay, and I ask your permission, to give you credit for Change Your Shampoo as well?
No, you can take that one, Gordon. I like that.
Is that a good idea? Now is the time to change your shampoo.
Switch your
Why?
shampoo.
Yeah.
Because all your blood flow goes to your head, your hair follicles are waiting for some kind of treatment, and quit putting poison on, and now let's put chocolate
Put your
on.
nano on.
What's that?
Put your nano on. Put
Nano your noggin.
Hey, I like nano your noggin. Now is the time to change your shampoo. For the last century, shampoo was based on the power of free radicals to strip electrons from your hair so it wouldn't feel greasy. In the process, free radicals were absorbed into the scalp and your circulation 100 times more than they would have if you left it alone. The damage took months or years, but now the damage can be stopped in one shampooing and possibly reversed using antioxidant-rich cacao-based shampoo and conditioner. And that's called Nano Your Noggin. There you go. I love it. Imagine a shampoo that neutralizes the free radicals in the hair, on the skin, in the follicles, and in the shampoo bottle. One more time. There's 4 bullet points there. Imagine a shampoo that neutralizes the free radicals, or you can call them poisons if you want, in the hair, on the skin, in the hair follicles, and in the shampoo bottle. This unique blend of cacao-based shampoo and conditioner provide the only cacao-based hair care. I said only, and I talked to Dan earlier, we can't think of anyone, but we obviously don't know everywhere. Is there anybody else that has a cacao-based antioxidant shampoo? I don't know of any, but I don't want to go out on this extreme without doing a whole lot of homework. But we are probably the only cacao-based hair care for naturally healthy, lubricant, and youthful hair. And those words hook up right to the pique your interest part of this brochure. Our diets are poor. We're continuously exposed to toxins and pollutants. Our schedules are high stress. We don't exercise enough, and we don't get sufficient sleep. Anyone not fall into one of those categories? And not only do we feel haggard and fatigued, our appearance, including our hair, often shows it as well. That's a direct quote from this brochure, from this flyer as well. Most hair care products are damaging to the hair, skin, sweat glands, and lymph nodes. We call these the greater free radical hairdo, and you saw her with it. It was this big, right? Or there was no hair at all. Free radical damaged hair photos, okay? I'm going to ask you to judge how healthy or well the person is in each one of these photographs. By her immediate first impression, is that a healthy person? On a 1 to 10, call out how healthy she is. 10 being perfectly healthy, 1 being sick as a dog. What are your numbers? 5s?
Terrible.
5s. That's an interesting first impression. Let's go to the next one. What do you think about her health?
7.
7? 6? 7s and 6s, okay. What do you think about her health?
6.
8?
6.
6?
7.
How about hers?
Oh,
2, 1.
her hair doesn't.
She needs a lot of Sephoria, doesn't she?
She looks
She
crazy.
looks like
She's the whole system.
Do you see what's happening
And
right
the
here?
skin
Women, I know you give first impression judgments as soon as you walk into a room and see somebody. Do you see the men doing the same? Do you hear who's calling out all the numbers? Do you hear who's calling out all the numbers?
So you think that's a surprise to the women?
Do you think that's surprising to the women? Yes, I do. Okay, now with that in mind, do you see what hair does for your first impression? I don't really care how healthy or well they were. The point is, you are being judged. Now, look to the person on one side of you or the other. Do they look healthy and well?
Yes.
I do.
We do.
Well, they suggest that 50% of the people in
Side
America
off.
are unhealthy and their hair is in rapid areas of decline. So, if the person you're looking at is healthy, what does that mean about you? I'm kidding. Anyways,
Hey, I gotta tell you, it was worth sitting here because Mike Martinez leaned over and said, Latinos think blondes are sexy. I gotta tell you though that I used to
Way to go, Martina.
peroxide.
Whatever.
I used to color. Now you know what's color with me? It's a soft.